Sec4s, today is the first week of school, which means that you got 10 more months until your O-levels, and this is exactly how I'll make the most out of my study time as someone who scored 7 A's. Now you just need to understand this one important concept. How much you study is not dependent on how many questions you do or how many hours you study. It's only dependent on how much you learn when you're studying, right? So you can be doing a lot of questions but still not learning a lot. And so how do you actually make sure that you learn more whenever you're studying? You just want to ask yourself these two questions. Number one is, how difficult is the questions that you're doing, right? Because if the question is very easy, then most of the time, you're probably not going to be learning a lot, right? And I'm not saying that if you're failing your exams, you should go and find the hardest question to do, but at least always make sure that the questions is at least a bit challenging, because that shows that you're learning something. Now, the next thing to ask yourself is, how likely is the question going to come out in the exam? Right? Because at the end of the day, we're all sitting for exams. At my physics tuition, I always make sure to pick the questions that have the highest chance of coming out in the exam to go through during class. And that's why my students are able to improve so quickly, right? Because in the exam, they realize that they already done the question before. So if you want to learn fast, always ask yourself these two things. Is the question at least a bit challenging? And how likely is the question going to come out in the exam? Also, if you take physics, I actually posted Sec 3 and 4 physics guides inside my YouTube channel. So just go ahead and click on the link in my bio.